Ray the Butcher here, coming to you from my home. So I'm going to give you some great grilling tips to get the most out of your grill. What you want to do first is to clean the grates, and you do that by heating the grill up, getting it nice and hot. Once it's nice and hot, you're going to take your metal grill brush and you're simply going to scrape off the grills and get all the sediment off. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to let it cool before you go to clean the rest of the grill. You want to leave the flavor bars that are over the tops of the burners in place so that more sediment doesn't fall into the burner holes and make that job even harder. Then you want to take a rag that's in water and white vinegar and just wipe it down so that all the extra sediment comes off the bottom of the lid. And the next thing you're going to do to clean the grill is you're going to go to the flavor bars. Once you've scraped those and get the sediment off, again, you're going to take those out. Take your rag with your white vinegar and you're going to wipe them down. The burners are very important because a lot of people don't realize that's how they get those hot and cold spots in their grill. You never want to brush up and down. You want to brush across to open those holes up and get the sediment out. Once all the sediment's in the bottom of the grill, put your grill back together and now you're ready to roll. When it comes to marinades, a liquid marinade works well for any cut of meat that easily absorbs. Things like skirt steaks. When it comes to denser cuts of meat, like brisket, spare ribs, the liquid does not really penetrate. So there I use a dry rub. The dry rub will not only add flavor better and penetrate better, but it'll also help add a nice crusting as it's cooking to help trap even more of the natural juices inside. So you get your grill nice and hot because you want to sear the meat as quickly as you can to help trap in the juices. I'm taking the skirt steak that we had marinated and I'm going to throw the skirt on the grill. You hear that sizzle, it starts searing the outside. A basic steak for most people, an inch to an inch and a quarter, is basically 6 to 8 minutes per side. Once you can determine that on your grill, then you really can get it down perfectly because everybody's grill will heat up a little differently. And if it's 6 to 8 minutes on one side, then you want to take a minute or two off on the other side. Once you've flipped it, let your meat sit 5 minutes at least to 8 minutes, absorb some of the juice back, and you're going to have a very flavorful piece of meat. Also, when I'm cooking something like this, you want to leave the lid open. I know people like to close the lid because it's going to make it cook faster, but what that happens is it traps a lot of the steam coming off inside, which gets back into the meat and can make it tough. Our top round London broil, which we dry rubbed again so we get a nice crusting. London broil a little thicker, so you're more talking 10 to 12 minutes aside. As you can see, our meat is perfectly cooked. So all that's left to do now is enjoy.